this latest match we have here. Notice my blue blocking glasses. I'm joined here by Greg Hogue from Red Door Den. How's it going, Greg?
Red Door Den Training Center.
Let's do it.
Hey, I appreciate you having me come on. That's awesome.
Heck yeah, man.
Hey, what happened to your eyes? What's with the rims?
You know, looking at these computer screens all day, the other day I got like real bad vertigo from it. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just put these. My wife bought these. They're like $200 blue block glasses, and she wears them when the sun goes down at night. But she's like, try them out. Maybe it'll help you. And so far, so good. I haven't had vertigo since we started streaming. So
takes that big glare from the screen off of it, right?
Yeah, sure does.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Yeah. All right.
Hey guys, let me know if you can hear us and see us okay. We are getting ready for a really good match. This match is going to be between Lukas Fracasso-Verner and Anthony Meglino out of Florida. So two good players, very solid. Lukas, very young, up-and-coming player, and Anthony's probably the best player in Florida. I don't know if you've had any experience with him, Greg.
With Lukas, I have had some experience with him, little booger. He, I'm telling you, the kid plays good. He plays real good. He's actually dusted me off the last 2 times we played.
No kidding.
Well, I made it to the final 16 of the last rankings event I played in. That was not at Mazin's. It was the one after Mazin's last year. It was in Virginia. I make it to the final 16, and I get up against. Oh no!
Sorry, no, we're good. Sorry, hold on. I gotta coordinate something here.
Did I do something wrong?
No, that was me. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, at least it wasn't me this time.
There we go.
So I make it to the final 16, and I get Lukas, and I wind up losing 9-7. It was kind of a bummer deal. I missed a combination, make it scream. And before that, or it was after that, at the Southern Billiards Expo in the Pro-Am, I wind up meeting Lukas in the finals of the Pro-Am.
Oh, man.
And he got me again.
Did he?
The little booger? Yeah. So, yeah, he got me again. See, he plays real good. Plays good sang. Thinks real good. Come here, dude.
He's got his pajama bottoms on. Check him out.
I do have my old jammers on. I do. Sorry, I had to get this guy. He won't shut up.
Check it out.
You got to be quiet. I'm live here. Quit. So, anyway. No. Gotta look at my drawers again.
I look like a parrot or something. That's kind of cool. Yeah, guys, we're getting ready for this big matchup right now. Let me get the scoreboard active. I'm dogging it all over the place. Stand by. Little makeshift scoreboard we got going on. Guys, let me know if you can hear us and see us okay. We are excited to bring this one to you. Looks like Justin Mason says he can hear us. Says, good to see you, Spanky.
Oh, he's just a little turd. He is. He wants to talk when I talk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that don't work. That doesn't work when we're trying to talk about pool.
Yeah, that's true.
And he wants to tell you his opinion. I've got another one, too. I've got a Moluccan cockatoo in the other room.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. He's not as vocal. Well, he is vocal, but he doesn't want to talk with you as much as Pepper does.
Ah, I see.
Oh, he's just a little booger. I see Lukas up there warming up.
Yeah. So
warming up.
I was going to say that I think Lukas has yet to lose in the 7th rounds of Banks, and Anthony has lost 1. Who do you have as a favorite going into this, Greg?
I mean, I'll be 100% honest with you. I don't know Anthony at all. So since I don't know Anthony, I would just have to say Lukas is probably the favorite.
Well, how about if I told you that Anthony's the best pool player in Florida, probably?
Well, then I just got shut down right there.
Well, no, it doesn't mean that Lukas still isn't the favorite. I'm not sure, but let me.
I don't know. If I didn't know him, I figured that Lukas might play better than him. So since you tell me otherwise, I'm going to go with exactly what you say.
So Anthony Meglino is a 775 Fargo.
Okay. So I haven't heard of him.
You know why? He doesn't get out of Florida much. Like very rarely. You might see him at the International Open or you might see him at the U.S. Open. But other than that, he doesn't travel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I bet there's probably a bunch of those sleepers just laying out there. I know back in the old days, it seemed like every little town you went through, there was one guy that just could have been the guy.
Yeah.
You know? So,
yeah. How long have you been playing pool, Greg?
I've been playing, and this is an exaggeration, pretty much all my life. I started when I was 5. My granddad put me on a milk crate when I was 5, and I run my first 6 pool balls. First time I ever touched a cue stick.
No kidding.
And it was like bred into my blood right then. And my grandma got me one of those little home tables, one of the little 3-foot tables, right?
Oh yeah.
And I burned the felt up on it. I won my first tournament at 10 years old. It was a local snooker tournament.
No kidding.
Playing with a bunch of. Oh yeah, with a bunch of like 25 old farmers. They come in there. I'm 10 years old. I'm a little fat, round 10-year-old kid. Got long curly blonde hair. I went in there and just schooled them real good. They were all mad. I left with their $110, smiling. Big dog.
I bet.
Yeah, I've been around it, my whole life.
That's cool. I started when I was 5 as well in the basement with my dad on a bar table. And
Nice.
My dad was a good league player. And I'll tell you one thing. In everything I ever did, my dad would let me, he'd let me hang in there, let me win, except pool.
Right.
And I got to tell you,
Except
Greg,
pool?
yeah, except pool. I got to tell you, I don't think I won a pool game of 8-ball against him from the time I was 5 years old and started playing until I was like 12 years old. Not even
Right.
he never early aided. Like he bared down and played his absolute best against me. And out of all the things I ever did in my life, I was a decent athlete playing a bunch of things, but I was better in pool than anything else I ever did. And I have to attribute it to my dad, bearing down so hard on me.
Nice. Well, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He wasn't good. He instilled values in you by doing that.
Yeah, I believe it.
That's a pretty cool story. I tell you, we were talking about players unknown. Whenever I was 10, 11 years old, there was a player in Wagner, Oklahoma, where I grew up. His name was Gary Rogers. And he's still, to this day, I've never seen a stroke any cleaner, any smoother. Nobody pocket balls any better.
Really?
than this one guy. Yes. He was actually the sheriff of Wagner at one time.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, and this guy, I'm telling you, pool was a quarter a game then, right? Pool was a quarter a game, and literally he would beat me 2 to 3 rolls of quarters a day.
Huh.
Usually 3 rolls of quarters a day.
That's kind of crazy.
No, till I was 13, 14.
Yeah. Greg, you're not able to see the chat from in here, but I just want to comment on a few of these folks as we go. We got Alicio Cheo Garza. She wants to know who's dominating Derby City so far. It's still a little early. We're 7th round of the banks, 2nd round of the one pocket. 9-ball hasn't started. Bigfoot's getting down. I think it's Josh Filler and Feder Gorse are playing right now in the Final Four. So
That's a great match.
Yeah, it's not really at a point where we can say anybody's dominating yet. I know Shane Wolford beat Chris Reinhold in a huge set on the action tables yesterday. But this match is getting underway right now. It's going to be a great match. Fracasso-Verner is breaking. He wins the lag against Anthony Meglino from Florida.
Well, he made a ball too. Made 2 balls.
Made 3 balls. Made almost 4 balls.
He almost made the cue ball.
Yeah.
That thing almost slid off in there.
No,
But he
guys.
shoots here, Joey. You think he just shoots the 9 straight back? Yep.
Yeah, probably the 9. 4 is an option too, I guess, but
Right.
I think the 9's an easier shot. But just so
It
folks know the rules here, They break it a rack of 9 balls, but then it's the first one to bank 5 balls in. So those 3 balls that Lukas made on the break, at the end of his turn, they'll get spotted back up unless he runs 5 and out here. He does not.
They all.
Yeah.
Ooh, man. You know, I don't know if is the double kiss there on the floor or the ball's going to get in the way of it.
Well, maybe. Yeah, because it's 3 balls.
Balls are getting in the way. Yeah. Well,
I wonder if he tried to. Yeah, I wonder if he tried to put the cue ball there, knowing he was putting a wall of balls up.
Maybe.
The 3 ball is.
Harry Bigler's joined the chat. Hey, Harry, how you doing? I've got my phone up here. You can see the chat.
Oh, nice.
I say hi to some folks. So this is Anthony Meglino.
Meglino.
Anthony.
Yep.
Okay, I'll try not to butcher that again.
I played
Anthony
him.
Meglino.
I played him one time, Greg, and my impression from that is I was traveling up the coast from Miami to Jacksonville, where I lived at the time, and it was one of those pool halls somewhere around the middle of the state on the East Coast, and I'd stop in for a Sunday tournament, and Anthony and I played in like the Final Four, and I thought I was going to beat him. I was up 6-2 or something, and a race to 7, and he just grind, and before I know it, I lost 7-6. So,
well, I like that shot right there. 7-6, huh? He ground you on down, huh?
Yeah, he sure did.
Well, I know that you're a pretty solid player, Joey. So if he's grinding you down, he must be a pretty must be an old bad boy.
Oh, he's out of my class. Yeah.
So he made a nice safety on that right there.
Yeah, he did.
Lukas, yes, sir.
What did he just do?
It looked like he took a foul, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Did he clip it, go into the cushion and back?
It almost looked like he moved the ball with his. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Well, I wasn't either. I was running my lips and you know. But to me, it just looked like he shot the cue ball to the side cushion and just bounced it back into the stack.
Okay, I see.
But I think he clipped the side edge of a ball.
Oh, you don't think that was a foul?
I mean, neither one of them are acting like it.
No foul. Okay, let me fix the score then. Sorry, guys. I'll pay attention from now on.
I mean, I didn't see either one of them spot up a coin or any kind of marker that would signify a foul.
Yeah, you're right.
Or did they just do that with one hole?
No, I imagine they would do that because they need to keep track of it. So just so you guys know, first one to bank 5 balls in, you can go backwards. So if you start fouling, you go to -1, -2, etc.
See, I would think that if there was a foul in place, a coin would have come out. That's just me.
Yeah, Philip Prentice, one of our sponsors, down the bottom left, his logo is there. He's a custom cue maker out of Northern California. He verifies no foul there.
Okay, thanks, Chris. Ooh,
Phil.
Get that one good and thin.
Yeah.
There's no snow going. Oh, no.
Now we
snow
do.
Foul.
Now we do get to go backwards.
Ooh. Now we're going backwards. Yeah. Oh, snow found the hole. See, he was trying to get that cue ball up underneath that 9 real nice so he didn't sell out any kind of bank to this cross corner. He just really put the thinner on it. Super thin. If Lukas can get this straight back, I see he could run some balls right here, I would think, because that 7 and 3 are setting, in my mind, pretty good little position to get something going.
I agree with you. When you see those balls out where you can bank them into the side pockets, that's like they're hangers for good bank pool players.
I love cross-side banks.
Yep.
Love them. Every pool player that banks a ball loves cross-sides versus corners, I would think. They just accept the ball a lot easier.
Yeah, here comes one, Greg. He's going to cross the 3 ball into the side.
Is he going to hit it Mach 9 or at pocket speed?
I think he'll hit it kind of mid-speed.
I see some of them bankers, they'll smoke this one in at like about 200 miles an hour. I watched Chipper Dipper do it last night. I can't believe he lost that match.
Yeah, he was playing great early on, and he got a little wild there.
I know, I watched it.
Yeah.
But I had some stuff I had to do in the house. And I had to click off, and when I got back on, it was over. Then I saw Dipper lost. So,
yep.
Richie plays good bank. He does. He plays good bank.
Sure does. So it's 0-0 right now, guys. If you're watching at home, you might say, well, there's only 8 balls on the table, but we had a foul. There's going to be a ball spotted up after this turn.
There will be. Because Anthony made the cross-side 3. Yep.
Yes, Ed Ladawi, we do have Greg Hogue on the mic joining us from Red Door Den.
Is that Ed Ladawi on there? Hey,
Sure is.
please lay there, Mr. Sandcastle. Huh? Nice guy, Ed is.
I still got to send him that. He won a jump cue from our Patreon contest. I still got to send you that jump cue, Ed.
I won my only pro tournament to my title existence at his place.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That got you right up in Moscone Cup discussions there a couple years ago, Greg. I'd love to see you get back up in there.
If I hadn't dogged my brains out against Mark Bisterbotch in the U.S. Open, I would have legitimately bumped Sky smooth out of his spot.
Wow.
That anybody on the thread can look up the math, and they'll see that if I would have just won against Bisterbotch, I would have made the Moscone Cup.
Now, did you know that going into the match, Greg, and you think that might have affected your play, or did you just have an off day?
I played perfect against Omar Sheen. I beat Omar 9-5, and there was like a 2-hour break between matches. I'm that 2-hour window kind of, I lost a lot of steam.
Oh,
That make any sense?
sure does.
I played about as good as you could play against Oscar. I did not know legitimately that if I won that match, I would have made the team. So no, it didn't have any effect on my thinking because I didn't know.
Greg, check this out. He's going to bank this ball in the window. He clips the 2, though, and doesn't convert. He had a small little window to bank that between.
Really tiny window. Sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a rant right there.
That's
I know
okay.
we're talking about this Banks match.
No worries.
Sorry about that, guys.
Hey, you know what we do, Greg, with Melina and I. We like to interview folks, get interesting people in, and when we interviewed you that time on Dogging It, it was probably one of our more popular episodes. Everybody got behind you. They were all about your run towards the Moscone Cup. It was a really exciting time.
I would like to get back to that time. I do feel like I've got that inside me still. So we're gonna see what happens this year. 2024 has got the potential to be a really, really great year. So
awesome. Yes, Ed Ladawi, we can do that. I really appreciate that. Ed's going to donate that jump cue that he won. It's a Lomax jump cue. It's a really nice jump cue that I have here. So we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and raffle that off, and then we'll use the money and give it to a junior. That's a great idea.
That is awesome. Then we got Old Man Ferguson, Harry Bigler, Brandy Beckett in the chat, and Ed Ladawi's in the chat. Hi, guys. Y'all are doing great. Hope you're enjoying the bank pool and the coverage at Derby. Digital Pool doing some great things.
Yeah, it's super cool. They're just so if you haven't heard the story yet, Digital Pool has about 16 tables wired, sending video feeds out to a syndicated network of streamers. We're one of them, and it's a huge win-win. I don't know if you guys are aware of the stats, but we were able to help them sell over 160 pay-per-views for the AccuStats pay-per-views. So there's a bunch of people now that purchased it through a discount link that we had that are watching Josh Filler and Feder Gorse playing on the Bigfoot table right now. And, it's just really cool. It's working together. A lot of times if somebody's doing a pay-per-view, they don't want anyone else streaming a match. Well, I think this proves that there's value in having other people streaming during the course of the tournament, having a feature table where it might be pay-per-view, and then having some side table action too.
It's nice to see folks working together. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
It sure is.
It's nice to see Digital Pool letting all the streamers and everybody come together and do something like this. Bringing pool to to a lot of places and a lot of people that wouldn't get it if it wasn't for what digital pool's doing.
You see who Anthony's waiting on there, Greg? He just popped his head up.
I saw the scorpions themselves. Yes, I did. I did. I saw the stinger of the scorpion right there. Yeah.
Hey, Dom, the discount code is for $20 off. I can dig it up for you if you need it. But today, I think the early bird rate went up $10. So I think it was, shoot.
You going to cross-side the 6?
Yes, he is. Nicely done.
And he hit it dead-eye Dixon, too, you know. Just split the pocket. Nice speed, too. I remember when Boosty won this event the last time Bustamante won the Banks.
Yeah.
I think it was in 2012 because I was there.
Okay.
Right. And I'm not exaggerating either. Seemed like every bank he shot was literally stroke speed. That's it. It was no hard barrel on anything. It was just nice stroke speed to the pocket, and it was really pretty to watch. It really was. You know, back in the day, bank pool players, they played. You know, everybody played on the carpet. You know, the real slow cloth.
Yeah.
So you had to put the muscle into them to get them to straighten out right. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So today's equipment has changed the way pool's played. Period.
Lucas,
a nice bank by Lukas.
Yeah, Lucas just got a ball there, didn't he?
Really good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good shot.
He's
got a real nice cross right here too.
Hey, Jason Longo. Yeah. So you're watching on YouTube on SharkStream. We support SharkStream. We work with them. We've done some stuff with them in the past. Just to let you know, we have YouTube also. It's at Dogging It on YouTube. So maybe not for this match, but later on, you know, stay over on SharkStream for this. But later on, if there's a match we're doing that they're not doing, then come on over to our YouTube and check it out.
Yeah, everybody go support the Dogging It YouTube. Got the best content out there. It's good stuff, I'm telling you.
Thank you, Greg.
I laughed my butt off too, a lot of it. It's good stuff. Man, Lukas is on a little heater right here.
Yeah, he might get all 5.
Boy, he's on 4 right now.
Sure is.
He is. He needs this one heater on this 2-ball. Smack this in the back of the pocket.
He might hit this one with a little pace, Greg.
A little bit. He might draw the cue ball back, try to get it safe.
Yeah. See, and digging into it with a little bit of pace there, he caused his
shot off a little bit.
His aim to go off. Yeah.
It did. I don't know, I'll just say, from my perspective, is at impact, the shoulders come up, everything come up. He didn't stay solid like a rock the way those first 4 went in.
Yep.
So let's see what Anthony comes with here.
What do you like here, Greg?
You know, it kind of comes down to the sellout factor in the ball count, in my opinion.
Can he stiffen up that 7, you think?
I think it's really tight. I think he can stiffen it up, but if he draws back to try to get safe, I think there's a double kiss there.
Yeah.
What about the 8? The 8 doesn't come underneath the 7, does it?
He's calling that. I think he just called the 8.
I tell you, me personally, I kind of like banking the deuce back up here to the pocket it goes to, drawing the cue ball 1, 2, 3 cushions back to the end rail.
Oh, wow. Hung it.
It's a great shot. But look at the cue ball. That's the whole thing. The cue ball was the most important part of that shot.
Yeah, I kind of felt like you increase the chances of leaving Lukas a shot if you keep the 2 and 7 out there in play, right? If you bank one of those balls, though, chances are you don't leave him, you know, or you have less of a chance of leaving him a shot.
If he would have banked the deuce back up to the upper pocket, the one it goes to, drew the cue ball to the 1, 2, 3 cushions and out at about 5 o'clock on the cue face, it was a makeable shot, and the cue ball gets safe.
Yeah.
Ball counts everything. Ball counts everything. Playing banks and playing one pocket, ball counts the king.
David Harefield in the chat says, what about 4-rail on the 7? I looked at that, but it looked like the cue ball might have been in the path after making contact there. It was kind of close.
That's a good eye there, David. It's a pretty good eye. Yeah. The kick on, or the excuse me, can't talk. The kiss on the 4-railer was close, wasn't it, Joey?
Yeah. And got my buddy Chris Lulick in the chat. That's one heck of a bank pool player right there.
How you doing, Chris? Hope you're doing good, bud.
He's fresh off the victory that Arizona had up in Las Vegas against Team Nevada. Chris.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Chris.
Was he on that team?
He sure was.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's some good players to Arizona. You do. My broski Eric Nordstrom's from there. You know Eric.
Yeah, I sure do.
You do. I know you do.
I'll tell you one thing I love about Eric, man. That kid's got heart. You know, he'll step up and play.
Oh my! He's got so much heart.
Yep.
It is so much heart. What do you like here, Joey? You like twisting the 7 back up in the other corner?
You know, I don't think he can see. I don't think he can see the 2, which that would be my preferred shot.
Yeah, you can't see it.
Yeah, I don't think he can. So, I think you got to do something with the 7 ball. You know, this is like that one pocket shot that comes up all the time where you can just hit it with a little bit of right-hand English, and it'll come back towards the pocket down in the bottom left to us.
Yep, you got to just twist a little bit.
Yeah.
See, he hit it a little bit wide, didn't he?
Yeah, he overcut it a little bit.
I think he was more concerned with the cue ball getting right. He didn't want to leave that cue ball anywhere up here by these balls, in my opinion.
Now, that's 2 times, Greg, that he knew he was spotting up balls, and he left the cue ball right there by the spot. I wonder if he's doing that on purpose.
He sure did, didn't he? But I'll tell you this. If that cue ball is about a foot down table, it might cost him an O-ball.
Yeah.
He kind of got a little fortunate right there.
Anthony's going to play a little safe here and just try to leave him down on the rail, but he's sold out the 6 pretty bad, I think.
Yeah, I don't agree with that at all. That shot.
Yeah.
You can't help but sell out a bank right there, pretty much.
Tell you what,
and it's
Greg.
A huge
Lucas looks real comfortable out here, doesn't he?
He does. He looks great.
He looks like a 35-year-old veteran, not young early 20s.
He looks great.
This 3
good. He just needs to stay down on those balls, not jump up. He's missed the banks that he's missed. Them shoulders have been in motion at the time when the trigger's been pulled.
I tell you what, he's in business here. He's got the 7 ball. He's got some other bankable balls out there, and he's already got 2 balls in.
Stay down with the shot. No. Had to cut that sucker just a little more, didn't he?
Yep. For you folks watching at home, if you're not familiar with bank pool, the ball has to bank cleanly into the pocket. So that did go into the pocket, but it ricocheted off a ball. So that does not count. It spots back up.
Boy, Anthony's got to like this. Got to like this. And he needs to take advantage of this opportunity. These short races, you get some chances to win. You need to take advantage of them.
Yep. Nope. Came up short.
Oh, my. Well, see how Lucas's cross banker is. He banked that 5 ball and not sell out the 9 because it's not in play. It's pretty much in the center between the 2 pockets. And probably have a pretty safe cue ball, too.
This is pretty straightforward bank here on the 5.
Yeah, nothing fancy or schmancy here. Just focusing on dead pocketing it, nothing else.
Not enough.
Hit a little fat, didn't he?
Yep.
Need a little more cutter. Well, Anthony's got some options right here.
Yep. He's got the 1 ball. He's got the 7 ball. I kind of like the 1 ball. It looks very natural to me.
It is natural. It is. But the bad part about the 1, in my opinion, you miss the 1, you're going to sell out the deuce.
Yeah, I'm thinking gas pedal, Greg. He needs.
You think so?
He needs to get some balls here. I think he's going to choose your route and be a little safe here. But at some point, like you said, it's a short race. It's a race to 3. You got to start pocketing some balls and getting in shape to pocket the next ball.
at some point you do have to hit the gas.
That's a good shot
exactly
there.
Right. And he hit the gas right there. Boy, he took my shot. Nice. Well, it was the safer of the options.
Guys, I'm pretty sure this is the 7th round of banks, and Lukas has not rebought, and Anthony has rebought, so his tournament life is on the line here. So, but they're getting deep.
Getting deep. I've been to Derby a couple of times. Haven't did great in the events. No cashes in the banks. No cashes in the one pocket. I've got cash. I got 2 cashes in the 9-ball. I got a 30th place in the 9-ball and a whatever place I made last year. So, and that 30th cash come from 2013.
I'll tell you what, that's respectable though, Greg.
Yeah, I lose to my last match in 9-ball. I lose to Torsten Holman, Hill. We had a 15-minute safety battle on that last game, and he finally got me. I blew a combination to win the dang thing. Sorry, kids. So yeah, we were the last match of the night. We had about a 75-person crowd gathered around.
Yeah, I got a woofer in the chat wants to play me some, Dom. Dom, nice.
He's woofing?
Yeah, he wants to play me for 100. I don't know. I'll play you some. We got to meet up somewhere. Where you live, Dom? I'll play anybody one set for 100.
Well, yeah. Let's see. Oh, we got folks in the chat now.
Then if I win, I'll quit. Just kidding.
One and done?
Yeah, George Teashea earlier today before we got on the air was talking about playing Alex Lely some. And he was beating Alex. Alex won a set, and then George won a couple sets. And George was actually up on him, Alex was up. Alex won a few sets, and then George won one back. And I think he was still stuck 2 sets. And Alex is like, "I'm done. You got the table dialed in now."
You got it dialed in. I'm done.
I said, next time I talk to Alex, I'm going to give him heck for that one.
Played Alex Lely a few games of one pocket in 2012. He won one and I won one. Then Ray Hansen needed the table.
Oh.
So we were just betting 50 a game.
Well, look at this mess here, Greg.
Anyway, yes, back to the pool. We're over here telling stories and stuff when these guys are up here playing this pool game. It got kind of congested, didn't it?
Yeah, he's just going to play safe here.
See, I don't know. That's why did he hit it so hard? That's my question. Why would he hit it so hard when he just tapped that? Maybe he just tapped the back side of that ball.
I think he wanted to get the distance with the cue ball and get up on that rail.
Sometimes distance isn't the best thing, my opinion. He's not shooting at it. Well, he might be. He is shooting at it.
It's kind of free, I think. Yeah.
It was free. That was my whole thing. That's the reason why I said that. He gave up a free chance, right?
Yeah.
When he didn't have to. Didn't have to. Distance don't mean nothing if the guy can make banks. But it's hard for him to make those banks if he's buried right on top of the ball.
Here's a funny thing, Greg. That's a good
Lukas.
What a bank.
Ooh.
He's got 3 now.
Ooh. That was a fire bank right there. That one brought fire. If we could throw some flames out right now, that bank would have some fire flames coming behind you. That was a great shot. It was awesome.
Well, Dom Nice wants to play me. He said he lives in Boston. Ironically, Dom, I just accepted a new job, and the headquarters is in Boston. So I might be making a trip out there. I might have to borrow a cue from you, Dom.
Wow. Oh, man. Dom said, don't be a nit. That's hilarious. That's great. That's good stuff. See, John Tardo, Stephen Fair, Canadian Dave. Let's see, Mr. Benji.
Uh-oh, watch the cue ball. Boink.
No, don't do it, Lukas. I was over here bragging. It's good on you, kid. Well, he spotted one. He went down one, didn't he? Was he got 2 now?
Yeah, I got him at 2.
Him at 2?
2-1 with 6 balls left on the table. I think the count's right.
Is he playing this for shape? Is he
It's
playing
dangerous.
shape on the deuce?
It's dangerous. Yes, he was.
did.
Hey, that's what I said.
Played shape on the deuce.
I said you got to step on the gas if you're Anthony. He sure did.
He did too. Nice shot,
That
Anthony.
That was well played.
That was great. It was really great. Has he got to put a little bend on this ball? Did he get a little high on the tee ball?
He's got to stiff it real good. Look at it.
Yeah. You had to put a little bend stiffer. Yep.
Little inside English there, and I like the pace he hit that, Greg. It really allowed that English to kick in, you know?
It let it take, didn't it?
Yep.
He didn't lose any of it. Very nice. Very nice. See, yeah, now this is where you take your foot off the old pedal just a little.
Yeah.
What's the score here? Was Anthony got 3-2 here?
Yep, that's what I got.
Okay. I'm just scratching my head a half a tip on this one.
Yeah, I'm with you.
As much as I keep bragging on Lukas, why does he keep letting me down right here? Yeah, that I call that an unforced error right there. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, it gives him a clear bank on the ball that he didn't have to do. But only thing I could say about that, Greg, is sometimes look at this bank right square in the pocket. But sometimes it lets you down that you're so talented that you kind of take things for granted a little bit. And
you said it there. That is true.
Yeah, it might be the case with Lukas. He kind of feels like, hey, I'm cruising along. I'm up 1-0. I'm banking like really well.
And just kind of lets up a little bit on it, you know. Yeah. You take it for granted, and it generally bites you in the buns. It does. Trust me, I know all about it.
Well,
taking that, just don't take it for granted, guys. Follow through on what you do. Most definitely.
This might drag on for a little bit here, Greg, because looks like did he hit the 9?
Did he hit anything?
Didn't look like it. Nope.
Okay, he's spotting her up. See, okay, that's it. I call that another. That just looked to me like, gosh, that had a little bit of not give up in it, but kind of, whatever. Yeah. That's what I got on that shot. Lukas is going to kick me in the shin next time he sees me or something. And he hears it.
He's going to say, Greg's just bitter because I beat him a couple times.
I never beat him. That's right. I was just going to say the same thing. He's going to say, that sucker ain't never beat me. What the hell's he know?
Well, he's got a clear bank here.
He does. Yeah.
Nice.
And he hit it so good.
Yeah, he did.
So good. I mean, it didn't have a chance not to go. Hit it great.
Greg, I know you do a lot of coaching out there at Red Door Den Training Center. We do. If you could give somebody advice on banking the balls, is there a piece of free advice that you could offer people to be a little more successful with your bank shots?
I tell you, when you get to 2 and 3 rail banks, it becomes a little bit tricky, right? But as far as one railers, and that's long rail, side rail, and to the side pockets, same angle in, same angle out is just what I've lived by my whole life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It might sound a little generic or whatever, but that's just it's just how the ball lays. It's going to go in at the same angle that it comes out at, as long as you hit it in the right cue ball tip positions.
Yeah.
And another big thing about one rail banks especially is they all make perfect V's. Mm-hmm. Every one railer you shoot, if you look at it through your mind's eye, it makes a perfect V to the pocket. Yep. Every one of them. So, and my old pal, he's gone, Jimmy Reed, taught me that. Hippie Jimmy. He played the Camel Pro Tour. He's an old pro from way back. He'd come to toss for the Camel Pro Tour, and he'd stay in my little old rinky-dink apartment. I was matched up one time, struggling a little bit, and Jimmy was here, and he walks by me and just looks at me and says, get the cheese, please. And it's like it just clicked the switch in my mind, and I caught a gear. I got that cheese too. He come back around, just give me a wink, and just kept on going.
That's awesome.
Oh man.
Yeah, one thing I found, Greg, when I'm banking balls, you see a lot of these bank pool players that hit the balls real hard, and you even alluded to it earlier in this match where a couple times Lukas kind of powered up, and when he did, his mechanics broke down a little bit. I found that the balls bank real true for me when I can, even if I have to hit it a little harder, if I try to keep my stroke as smooth as possible, right?
Need to.
Yeah, because like when the cue ball contacts the object ball, if it kind of hops or bounces or, you just don't have that nice smooth stroke, then I find that the ball's kind of unpredictable coming off that rail sometimes. But if you stay down on it, you hit it nice and smooth, it's almost like sometimes you take it for granted on a bank shot and you don't think you have to hit as smooth a stroke as maybe a 6-7 foot draw shot. But if you can really
hit it smoother.
Yeah, if you stay down on it and you focus on hitting it as smooth as possible, I've found that that's been really helpful for me.
That's right. Yeah, that's good stuff there, Joey. That's exactly right. In today's equipment doesn't require a big heavy hit.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You don't have to have a huge stroke to move the cue ball. You don't have to have that big firm hit to keep the angle on a bank shot like you did back in the day. It's just a different time. Equipment's changed pool all the way around.
Yeah. Billy Langford
you
says.
Making this time?
Yeah, it looks like it's kind of tough. He can't get under the cue ball. I guess he can cross it and not scratch, right? Did he call the side pocket? I think he called 3 rails on the side.
Okay. Boy, that's interesting.
1, 2.
2.
How'd he hit it, Greg?
Buckled my shoe.
Oh, that would have been highlight reel right there.
It would have. He about buckled my shoe right there. All right. Woo. Well.
Greg, Billy Langford said that Jimmy, you were talking about Jimmy Reed, he said Jimmy stayed down on the ball better than anyone I know. Nice bank.
Jimmy was my broski. Yes, he did. I learned so much from Hippie Jimmy. Yes. Yes, sir. Yeah. Who said that in the chat? Who was talking about Jimmy?
Billy Langford.
Yeah, Billy, you are exactly right. There was only one Jimmy Reed. Period. He was a dandy. He was. I smile every time I think about him. What's going on here?
2 railer on the 1? 4 railer?
Woo.
Oh, the 8-ball 4 railer.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Oh. No. See, I just, like I said, Lukas is going to kick me in the shin, right? I just disagree with that.
You think he should have?
I disagree with breaking those balls up and giving up the bank.
You think he should have laid up there?
Yes. Yes, I do. Play the cue ball on top of both those balls. Make Anthony do something. Make him have to squirt that ball out and maybe give you a bank.
This isn't a great spot for Anthony here.
I'm not saying it is.
Yeah.
But it's a spot that he did that's better than the one he could have been in.
How do you feel about trying to 1 rail the 1 across the table? Oh, he's going to 2 rail it. Just draw the cue ball back to the rail. He's got to jack up. Or he's going to go down table, it looks like.
Yeah, he's trying to get the cue ball down table and play in the 1, looks like, back up here.
Yeah, 2 rail.
No. Yeah. Oh, my.
That's a good shot.
I think he was more focused on the cue ball than anything else.
And that 1 got pretty tight to that rail there, which makes crossing it a little more challenging.
Did you not think that the 8 crossed back up table and just take the cue ball back in the same position it's at?
You mean in
the
cross side, Greg?
Yeah, 1 rail it back up here into this into the upper pocket.
You're saying, up in. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I didn't even consider that really.
Interesting. Hey, these guys are there. I'm here. I'm just talking. Well, Lukas played serious cue ball on that.
Yeah.
That shot was all cue ball. All the cue ball. And so we were talking about how how the harder you hit, changes the outcome of the shot. And that's so true. The harder you strike that ball, the less accuracy you generally have in general.
Yeah.
So,
well, I tell you what, this has been a treat so far, Greg. It's been fun being in here with you, and this has been a really good match.
I'm enjoying the heck out of it.
Right in the beginning of game 2, after Lukas wins the first game in rather quick fashion, it kind of looked like he was going to bank some balls in and do really well in game 2, but now it's tightened up a little.
Tightened up about a half a tip, didn't it?
Yeah, sure did.
It did.
Anthony's on the hill in this second game, and they're fighting hard for these last 2 balls.
This is an interesting spot here, Joey. This is an interesting spot. You know, if he banks the one and does it, if he banks the one and makes it, he's got position on the 8. If he misses it, he's going to give up a nice the position shot he would have had. But like you stated earlier, you've got to hit the gas pedal sometime. So, but he looks like he's banking it to the opposite pocket.
Yeah.
Yep, he did, didn't it?
Yep.
He did. Sure did.
He didn't leave a whole lot.
Dadgummit. He gave away a really nice shot here, too.
What do you like here, Greg? Just crossing the 8?
Just focusing on making the 8, yeah. Just crossing it. And in the worst case scenario, you hang it in the hole. You know what I mean?
That's a good shot.
It's Dead-Eye Dixon. Yeah.
Well, 1-1.
One apiece. Been a heck of a match so far.
Yeah, it's been a treat.
I do think, though, that a couple of shots, and it could have been a whole different ball game, though. Lukas didn't have to give away those couple of banks.
Yeah.
So that's just my opinion. You know, hope I don't offend too many people.
We got an update here from the Bigfoot table. Filler 5-2 over Federer. Thank you, Crusher, for that. Appreciate that update. Guys, if you haven't bought the AccuStats stream, you should check it out, because once we get later in this tournament and everything moves over to those featured tables, these side table streams are going to end. So make sure you hit up AccuStats and get that pay-per-view.
Billy Langford said, is it Joey Gray commentating? What?
I wish I played as good as Joey Gray.
Kid plays pretty good, doesn't he?
I wish I had his biceps too.
He's good. Hey, you want to hear something? I've known that kid. I've literally known that kid 3/4 of his life. He used to be the smallest little runt you ever seen in your life. I'm talking about little dinky dude, right? I've known him since he was 13 years old. Know him all his life, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
He's a little bitty squirt, but man, now, good gracious, his arms are like as big around as my neck. He's turned into a monster.
Yeah.
Oh man, let's see. We got anybody new on the chat? Anybody new on here?
I don't know who's commentating the pay-per-view right now. I know Scott Frost was earlier today. I know Mark Wilson's been doing a lot of it. Jeremy Jones was on it. Not quite sure. But on here, we have Greg Hogue from Red Door Den, and I'm Joey Ryan from Dogging It, Pool Player Podcast. Melina, Mike, and I partner up on that, on Windows Open, and the YouTube channel, bringing you guys all kinds of content, interviews, latest news. So if you're not following us on Facebook at Windows Open, check it out. And on YouTube, it's at Dogging It.
Hey, if you're not following Windows Open, you are dogging it. That's a fact. I'm telling you, these guys, you and Molina, you guys get the biggest names, the biggest stars. They come talk on your show. You go into all the biggest events. I mean, it's just, it's pretty cool to see the passion that you guys have brought to the sport. So, in what you do, it's refreshing to see. It is.
Overcut this ball. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate that. We're just two guys who love pool, and when we met, we were kind of like kindred spirits. We kind of, shared a lot of the same vision, and I interviewed him for Pool Player Podcast, and right after that, we started doing a show called The Booth Brothers with Mark White, And then not long after that, we broke off and did Dogging It. And we've done over 300 interviews now, I think, or 300 live shows, bunch of them with professional interviews.
It's good stuff. It really is. It really is. And you keep up with it. That's the really nice thing. You know, if somebody wants to know about what's going on in pool in general, you know, they come watch one of your podcasts, you know, go to your channel, and it's they can get the info they're looking for generally. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got to give credit to Meglino. You know, we have our strengths. Look at this bank, almost, not quite.
Ooh.
But we have our strengths, right? And Meglino's is staying up to date on everything. You always see him on his phone. He's always updating the latest stuff. And mine is more on the interview side and, you know, trying to ask good questions. But, you know, it's a lot of fun.
You're a good pair.
And one thing we can't do is we can't do it without the help of these great sponsors you see on the screen, as Lukas almost banks up on.
Sponsors too. Y'all are, yeah. I see my broski Max Adams and what is it? Break Shot Billiards.
Max. Yeah, Max's place.
Adams.
Yeah, it's coming up here in a minute. What the heck's the name of it again? I keep. I'm drawing a blank right now. But we'll see it scroll up here on the right in a minute. That was Paco, does garage door. Nice shot by Anthony. Digital pool, obviously, that's how we're getting this feed. And then we have Michelle Griffin. We Play Billiards out of Arizona. They're an apparel company. They also do promotions and tournaments. They do a good job as tournament directors running different tournaments. The Break Room, that's Max's place.
Break Room, that's Max Adams.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, Max, how you doing, broski? How you doing?
Jay Flowers, they've actually, they're providing some product. We're going to do some giveaways, so we'll have to think of a good trivia question, Greg. And
okay.
Yeah, and there's Michelle Griffin, the realtor out of Kentucky, scrolling up there now. Nice shot by Anthony.
Is Hagen still the big shot for Jay Flowers?
You know, I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
We're working with one of their business managers.
Okay.
There.
Well, he made a nice bank shot right there.
Yeah, I got Anthony. Good. I got Anthony on. He must have 3. I must have dogged it. Look at this shot.
He's going to have one more. Look at that. Man, he does play good. He does.
All right, I got him.
Nice speed too. Nice speed. I see you got Hard Times Billiards up there. I see you got Lucasi Cues and Franco Custom Cues. Yep. And is that Hope Tips?
Hal Tips. Hal Tips, JB Cases, and Prentice Custom Cues. Yeah.
I carry a JB case, yeah. That's right. Oh, John Barton. In fact, I'm going to be getting a hold of John Barton and talk to him about maybe doing some coaching at his place. So that's pretty cool.
He makes a heck of a case.
You can drive a tank over it. That's all I'm going to say.
How am I dogging this score? It's 4-0. I got 2-0 up there. I must have typed it wrong.
I have that effect on people, Joey. Lukas, you shouldn't have. What a shot.
Huh.
You see him bend that 3 ball?
Yeah.
And he just had enough room to get it through. Just enough. Boy, hit that sucker good. Hit it good.
Greg, what is Lukas's ceiling? How high could this kid go?
I think you know, the sky's the limit on that deal. I really do. It all depends on how bad he wants it. And that's with anybody. It does not matter if you have perfect fundamentals and you're a perfectly sound. None of that matters if you don't put the time in with it. You know, why do you think every other country on the planet is kicking our butt whenever it comes to pocket billiards? Yeah. Is because all the other countries, they train a sport. America's still playing a game. You know? Yep. This is a functioning, actual sport. We use our arms, our legs, our eyes. We use everything about us to play this sport. You're not sitting in a chair moving a chess piece or something.
Yep. You need stamina. You need mental awareness, toughness.
Yeah. You got to eat right. You got to exercise. You got to be physically well to have the stamina to compete with other countries. Other countries come to America because we have the money. We have the money in the events, and they're all coming here and kicking our butts. They are.
Yep.
They are.
I'd like to say hi to Jackie Rivera. Haven't seen you in a while.
Hi.
Hope you're doing well.
Hi, Jackie. How are you doing? I'll say hi to your people too, Joey. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Good. I see Canadian Dave on here. I'm guessing he's from Canada. Got a little kisser right there.
Yeah, where's that 8 going to end up?
I think it's going to end up funky. It looks funky to me.
You think he could 3-rail this in the side, Greg?
He could try. It's look like he's going to, but he don't want to hit it bad and break up that cluster. He hits it bad accidentally and breaks up that cluster, and it leaves up wide open. And Anthony's on 4, according to the score.
Oh boy.
I just don't know. I don't know why that just happened. Interesting. Very interesting.
I can't imagine Lukas plays much bank pool. He's in demand on the 9-ball circuit now. I'm sure I've seen him play match up a lot of 10-ball. Sure, he plays a good bit of 1 pocket. Maybe he's just a little unfamiliar with
a carnival game. This is a carnival game compared to what he's used to playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's used to playing rotation, run out games you have to have firepower, right? Banks is its own animal in general. It is. And hey, I'm not knocking the kid, whatever. He's been kicking butt. He has.
Look at this cue ball from Anthony. Not too bad, huh?
I was just getting ready to say, look at old Snow. He drew her back real nice. He wasn't taking no chances of just killing it there. He wasn't playing no position on that one. So it was a good shot. Maker, even though he missed it, it come out good. Yeah, I think Lukas has all the potential anyone could ask for.
And right on cue. Look at that shot.
What a shot. It's just what he is willing to do with it.
Yeah, Greg, and this might be something that you've struggled with throughout your career is, kind of how do you manage the 2-man tournaments versus, going the traditional route? Because we know he does match up quite a bit. He likes to get into action, which is a good thing, keeps players sharp. But then now with Matchroom and with all the professional tournaments available, as he really does a nice bank shot there on the 6.
That was.
Yeah. But, at what point is it detrimental to, his overall game going from matchup to matchup rather than trying to be a tournament professional?
That's a great question. It is. It's a great observation too. And that's tough because you've got to I think figure out which one you want to do most. If you want to match up and be oh my God, be a matchup player, it's hard to be a matchup player and a tournament player at the same time, it seems like.
Well, if you think about it, Greg, when do players match up a lot? Well, it's at tournaments, right? So you'll be at Derby City, and you'll have an opportunity to snap off 10, 15,000 playing somebody, and so you're up till 4 in the morning, and then all of a sudden you got your 9-ball match at 10 o'clock the next day.
Right.
So it's
well,
tricky.
and you know that it costs a lot to travel to these events. None of this stuff is cheap. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So if you have a chance to go make you 10 or 20,000 in the climate of how pool is today,
can't fault them.
You can't fault them.
Yep.
You can't fault them a bit because you got to have money to survive. And what a great bank Anthony just made. He made a great straight back.
Hey guys, if you're enjoying this and we're having these commentators come in, they're doing it for nothing. So if you wanted to throw a few donations up there, there's some text up there in the top right to shoot a couple bucks over, and we'll get that over to Greg. we just appreciate having quality commentators like Greg Hogue, George Teashea, my buddy Chris Adams. I got some more lined up for you too later in the week. So
I just appreciate you having me on. It's the coolest thing ever.
It's been a lot of fun, Greg.
It's really cool. And hey, I want to give a little shout out to Eric Barrios. I see you on here. I just seen you. How you doing there, broski? Oh, he said, Greg. He's what? Huh? Tina Corner said, Greg, I'm embarrassed to ask your last name. Well, don't be embarrassed, Tina. My last name is Hogue, Hogue. So it's all good. Well, we got Anthony making a ball on the break, didn't he?
It looks like it. He's
got
a good opener too.
Oh, he does too. And this just looks like just a simple stopper. Just focus on making this ball, and your position's going to be there automatic. Bank the deuce, and I don't know, is that the 4 ball right there?
Yep, looks like it.
He should at least get the deuce and the 4, I would think. Unless the angle's off and he's got to move the cue ball.
He could go forward and then come back out for the 4 like this. He tried but
I guess he had more angle than I anticipated or thought.
Yeah, he had a little bit.
I just figured he'd just kill that ball like he did. Remember that other one that he killed with inside?
Yeah.
And just stopped Dead-Eye Dixon right there?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought we were going to see the same show. But I guess the angle was a little more extreme than I thought. Okay. Well, what's Lukas got going on here?
Looks like the 2.
Mm-hmm. No kissy poo. It's like this pretty simple stuff.
The position of that 8 ball near the side looks like it's bankable too if he can get around there.
Well, he hit it at Mach 9 too. He did. He hit it at Mach 9. He wasn't playing no position, buddy. He was just getting snow out of there.
Well, Lukas is thinking, man, I made some great bank shots in this match, and I'm finding myself down 2-1, ready to lose. I better get something going here.
Better get it going. But I will say this, and like I said, he's going to kick me in the shin when he sees me someday. I think the reason he lost that game before was because of poor execution on 2 safeties.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I think his safety play is what cost him.
Yeah, he just got a little bit careless.
Little bit. I wonder, does this ball bend in the side? He's shooting at it.
Yep.
This guy's a ball bender too. Huh?
Yeah, we saw it before where he hit it with a lot of inside English with a nice, slow, smooth stroke.
I know, it had some slow running drag on it. It was nice. It was. So, see, Anthony knows how important this game is. He's taking his time. He's trying to do everything right, do it all the same way, going through his routine, not changing up anything.
He's going to cross it, Greg.
He is.
Nice.
Man, he hit. Well, how good he hit that ball.
Very good.
And super smooth.
So this is what I want to get your feelings on this, Greg, because before this match started, you had never seen Anthony play, and I told you that he's a real good player out of Florida. What's been your impression of him so far? I think he is. What's been your impression so far?
He banks the balls real well. He's missed a few banks, but who the heck doesn't? His safety play has been good. You notice something about him. When he banks the ball, he generally banks it softer than Lukas does. You notice that?
Yeah.
Most of Lukas's banks are a little bit harder. Lukas's stroke is a little bit firmer in general than his. What? Ooh, I thought he made that ball.
No.
He was standing in the way. I didn't see he missed it.
Don't these guys know? After they shoot the ball, they got to get out of the way of the camera.
Right?
So one of the things, Greg, that Digital Pool set up here is Lukas fires that ball on the side beautifully.
Fires it.
They set up a system so that we can tap into this live feed. I'm sitting in Arizona. I'm sure you're in Oklahoma right now, and we're getting this from the venue. But here's the caveat. They also, nice shot by Lukas, they also have score tablets that the players are supposed to be using after each game, which is a website link that I can tap into and then display that as the score. So let's say in the event that I couldn't commentate or you couldn't commentate, I could just have a live stream up. Beautiful cross on the floor here.
Nice shot.
And Lucas is, talk about a heater.
Super heater.
Yeah. So I would be able to connect to that website and be able to show you the score. But the problem is the players are not using the score tablets, and Digital Pool isn't running this tournament, so they really don't have any way of enforcing that. So look at this two-railer.
Are you kidding me? Look at this shot.
Oh, my goodness.
Heartbreaker right there.
How did that stay up?
Boy, hit it good, too. Hit it good. Digital Pool is far ahead of everybody else. They are. They're doing great stuff. And since you're talking about Digital Pool, I want to give a shout out to Zach Goldsmith, my broski Zach. He's actually been to the Den before.
He's killing it.
He's doing great.
He's
doing
the one
great.
that hooked
Zach,
up every one of these. And Friday was kind of a struggle. Friday, we didn't have the good connectivity. They didn't have enough internet bandwidth, and he was running around getting the facilities people to fix it, and he got us up stable now. So this is a beautiful stream. I think it's really cool.
Oh, he runs around like a chicken with his head cut off. He's all over the place. He is, but he's always pushing and going forward. So my hat's off to Digital Pool. You guys are doing great. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be doing this right now.
That's correct.
Well, we got the score right on there. Lukas on the hill in this game.
Yep.
Kind of flip-flop from the last one. Last one, Anthony was on the hill the whole game pretty much.
Well,
and Lukas was on the back burner.
So Anthony was he banked the first ball in if I remember correctly, and then Lukas banked 4 in a row, I think.
He did. That's exactly right. Yeah, Lukas went on an old heater. He did. I don't think that's got enough fuel behind it, does it?
I think it's perfect. Oh. Look at this.
Got not enough fuel. A little bit long too.
Did he call that ball, Greg?
I don't think he did. But you know something? Was that 6 ball setting out enough where Lukas could have crossed it?
It may have been. I didn't give it a good look myself.
I don't even think he even looked at it.
Well, and we've seen this strategy come up time and time again in the bank pool, right? You got a ball that's a hanger in the pocket. If you're Lukas, why not leave that ball there? It prevents Anthony from running out.
That's right. It prevents him from winning. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Joey.
That's okay.
Yeah, why wouldn't you leave that ball in the pocket?
That's a real good safety there.
That was great, especially when you just need one. Leave that sucker hanging, because if you stub your toe and let him get out, he can't get out.
Yep.
That's right. That's exactly right.
It's almost like a little bit of insurance for you to be a little more aggressive if you got a ball hanging in the hole, right? Because then you can.
It is insurance.
You take a flyer or two, and you know the guy's not going to get out on you.
I seriously think that 6 ball, that the nose of that 6 ball was setting out a little bit. I didn't even see his eyes glance to it. He went straight to the 8. So, I don't know. It's been a heck of a matchup.
What do you think about 4 railing to 6 here? That's what he called.
I think it's tough action. It literally all depends on the cue ball, man. See, he shot that ball. He shot that 4 railer to get the cue ball out of there. That's why he shot that shot, to get the cue ball out of there. It was a good shot too. It was really nice. What do you do here, Joey? Little clipper.
I guess you're going to drive the 9 over towards the 6, bring the cue ball right back up to the top of the table. You'll probably, oh, look at this. He made it. Well, that's perfect.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, that's great. Look at the cue ball. Like he lagged it right there to the end rail. That was nice. It was real nice. Put Anthony in the same weird spot. I would think Anthony would probably just do the same thing. I'd try to pot the 9 in on my right hand corner, and just have it spot back up. But he fanned it. Well, that's maybe a better shot. Still didn't give up nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see much.
Don't see much, do you?
Nope.
So,
I guess you could 4-rail the 3.
Yeah, you 4-rail it.
And if you're Lukas, you're on the hill here, so why not?
Yeah. See, that's a double-edged. That's a two-sided coin. You know, you say why not, but you go flying at it and you let your opponent maybe have a shot to catch up to you.
Yeah, I guess I was looking at it where the 6 and the 9 were, Greg. You're really only banking the 9 if you can get the ball in this left-hand long rail, right? So
very true.
I was thinking like you had a little bit of safety there where you could take a shot at it.
Good points. Oh yeah. What's Anthony gonna do here?
I have no idea. 1 rail to 5? No.
Oh, what the heck? Oh, cue ball. That's what Anthony was doing.
He's going to be okay. He's going to be okay.
Like it had eyes. Perfect.
Now, I have seen people 1-rail this 3 ball to this corner like he's going to play right here. It's not an easy shot, but in one pocket, when that's your only pocket, yeah, you see people make this shot occasionally.
Sure. It's safe, too. Like you said, nothing goes over there.
Yep.
This is a free shot, actually.
Looks like
it's a free shot for Lukas.
Looks like we got an update on the 10-foot table with filler up 8-4. Thank you, Jockin, for that update.
Wide. What was the score?
It's 8-4 filler. They're doing a race to 10, I believe.
Oh, filler. Well, he's a dandy, isn't he? Huh?
He plays all right.
Yeah, he plays a little, doesn't he? When at the U.S. Open in 22, I was playing his wife Pia.
Yeah,
and that attracted him and several other Europeans over to come set and sweat it.
Oh, okay.
Kind of nerve-wracking having Josh Filler set and watch you play.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Excuse me. But I tell you, those two, he sets and sweats her matches. She sets and sweats his. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah, it is. Hey, wait, hold on. I just want to make sure to shout this out real quick.
Shout him out.
Hey, Zeb Crawford, thank you for the donation. Appreciate that. Guys, if you're got a couple bucks you want to throw them our way, I'll make sure Greg gets some. Steve Harrington, thank you for the Venmo. Appreciate you.
Well, hey, thanks, guys. I gladly come on here. You guys don't have to give me no chips, but I do appreciate them very much.
We'll get him we'll get you at least a Starbucks out of this, Greg.
Hey, I like Starbucks. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, man. I'm just tickled to be here. Literally. Literally.
Lukas is going to have a shot to win it here. Tie this match up 2-2.
Sure does. Hey, I want to give a little shout out to Miguel Hernandez. What's up, Miguel? Appreciate you saying some kind words. Hope you're doing well. Hope your missus is well. Well, Lukas has got him a nice one here to get this game. Tie this match up. He just focused on nothing but making this ball.
He sure did.
Well, he was focusing on too. Look at old cue ball. He said, "I'm not leaving a bank in case I miss it." He sucked that cue ball right back to the end rail. Well, guys, you know they call a draw shot in Europe a screw.
I know. I give Jeremy Jones a hard time sometimes when he says like screwing the cue ball back or a break off. I'm like, come on, Jeremy, you're from Texas, man.
I laughed my buns off whenever I heard that. I was watching a video and they had some commentator talking about it, and he said, "Yeah, he's going to screw that cue ball back up here to the corner." I was like, "Screw it back to the corner." No, he's going to draw that ball back. Hey, I'll tell you something I'd like to go give a try. I'd like to go give that English 8-ball on the little table a try over there in Europe.
Well, I'll tell you what, Greg
little
Hogue, I hear that they're that ultimate pool, which is the English 8-ball, I hear is coming to the United States, and you might get your chance for that.
Well, I want to get some of that. I won't. I know that the 7-footer is like the kryptonite for American pool in general, because it makes pool players lazy. I'll just say it, right? But I won't lie. I love playing 8-ball on the bar table. I do.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite game. You know what I mean? So,
it's the game a lot of us grew up on, right? And we learned to play, and there's certain skill set that's required for it. Not that, players who play 9-foot tables can't adjust to it, but there's definitely specialists out there. I remember, 15, 20 years ago, seeing a fellow out of Michigan play, Jason Kirkwood, some of the best bar table pool you'll ever see.
Kirknuts, I know Kirknuts real well. Me and Kirkwood are good friends. We've been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
Long time. Yeah.
What about, I saw his name in this. Wasn't Dave Matlock in this tournament? I think he is. Wasn't he a bar table specialist out in the Midwest?
Dave Matlock was the bar table specialist.
Yep.
Through the 80s, through the 70s and 80s, early 90s. There wasn't, you can talk to all the Filipinos, you talk to Efren, you talk to all of them. None of them wanted to play David Matlock any on the bar table. And you see that 8 double point right there?
Yep.
So, yeah, Matlock was the real deal. He was.
I don't want to be, Greg, I don't want to be overly dramatic here, but that was a big 8-ball because he makes that ball. He's dead on the 7. He's going to be probably on 3 with a few more open balls out there. This might be the turning point in this game here and could shift the momentum.
Yeah, I tell you, if that 8-ball don't double point, Lukas is in the driver's seat to get the balls on this table and win this game. You're exactly right. That's going to be a no-goer. No. See, that's tough action, man. Well, I don't see why he banked that ball to that tiny pocket. I really don't.
Yeah.
I know it went. I know he's the best player in Florida, but why did he bank to that half a pocket? I have questions, Joey, and I need answers.
Maybe we can interview him afterward. I'll send him the link to this, and maybe we'll interview him.
Look at this. Look at this Lukas, though. Yeah, please hit that link out there. Oh, man. What about that shot there?
Yeah, that was a good shot.
That was something else, wasn't it?
I guess he's crossing the 5 here, Greg, you think?
If he crosses the 5, he's got to go into the stackaroo. And that could be trouble, I would think.
I think he might be able to hit the 5 with a little bit of left spin and kind of work his way around that stack. He's risking a scratch in the side, though. But
very true.
There's not a whole lot to look at here.
There's not. There's a safe out there somewhere. And he's 2 balls ahead. Why not just put his throat on his neck and really bear down and not give up any flyers like this? Why in creation would you do that? I play good right here, Joey.
I know. I never missed a ball from the booth, that's for sure.
I played so good right here, buddy. I do. But, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I really think Lukas was in the driver's seat right there, and all he needed to do was just put his boot on Anthony's neck.
Yep.
Literally.
Well, it makes it more exciting for us, Greg, because Anthony gets a ball.
That's right.
He's got another bank.
I got something to rant and rave about.
If he banks this 8-ball in, the 9-ball's out in the clear, he could take a 3-2 lead with 2 nice bank shots here, and then he's got that cluster there.
Very much so. Just bank this ball and just kill her dead, or maybe draw back just a little bit. No, he just hit it great.
See right there, Greg, that's the stroke I was talking about. Anthony strokes the ball so well. Even when he's banking the ball, it looks like he's playing a nice stop shot down the table somewhere. It was beautiful.
It's like glass, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, just like glass. Really pretty to watch. Really good. Really good. So you do here, you just bank the 9 in and just kill the rock there on the in cushion. You make it, you got a shot on the 6. Or does the 6 go? 6 don't go. 6 don't
Well,
go.
if he gets the cue ball back up table, the 6 will bank to the top to our left-hand corner pocket.
Very true.
And then you kind of snuggle him up in the stack there.
Just kill it right on top of the stack.
Yeah, just in case you miss it.
No Efren at the Derby this year. I know a lot of folks was upset.
Yeah, that was a little disappointing.
Yeah.
Well, it's really about the run he made last year. I mean, what a run he made in this tournament. And it was...
No, I was there watching it.
It was the talk of the tournament. Everybody wanted to see it. Everybody was pulling for him. It was amazing.
Hey, you want to hear something funny? In the video that Meglino Mike shot, that of Efren winning, right? Mm-hmm. All you hear in the background, other than the crowd, is me screaming at the top of my lungs on you guys' video. I did. I was like, yeah. The guy sitting next to me, he looks up at me and like he's in shock. I just looked down and said, "Hey, Efren's a rock star. You should see me at a rock concert." Anyway, back to these banks. Go talking about Efren, get all excited and stuff. So
Lukas left another one here.
Look at this. Hey, I'm gonna just say this. If Lukas doesn't win this match and he was to go back and rewatch it, he would see why that happened. And I'm not saying that he's that he's going to lose a match. I'm just saying some of these shots could have been executed a whole lot different.
That's beautiful.
Whole lot different.
Beautiful shot.
Look at that speed, and look at the cue ball up in the stack.
I mean, I don't want to get ahead of myself, and Anthony's already got his buyback. But I mean, I think he's the caliber of player that could go very deep here.
I think you're right, but I've seen some shots that he's shot that he'd probably have some trouble against a Pagalion or somebody like that, but who wouldn't? You know what I mean?
That's true.
He's a very, very solid player, really solid, that has the skills, I believe, just like you said, to go very deep in this event. Most definitely. I agree with you 100%.
Look at this. He drains
it. Look at this.
How's the speed?
Got the gas? Got the gas?
Wow.
What a shot. That was great.
That gets him on the hill, guys. One more.
He is.
It is over.
I'm just going to say, if I'm Lukas, and I've been in this position a bunch of times, I'm like kicking myself in the shin right now a little.
Yeah.
And maybe for just not doing anything but playing a little bit tighter.
Greg, talk to me about this one ball. Do you think he can pick it off the top there and cross it in the side?
If he's got a half a ball, I think this game could be over, but he's looking like pretty close.
He might have to overcut it a little with a lot of inside English to open it up.
Hit it with some spin.
Yeah.
That's right. And it's not frozen, obviously, or he wouldn't be looking at shooting it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's as close as we think it is. I think it's kind of tight.
No,
I don't think he's shooting it at all.
Yeah, he's playing safe now.
There you go. That's what, that's what he's supposed to do right here. If he's got a questionable shot to win the game, it's questionable, right? Maybe it's like a, I don't know, 60-40. Play the safe.
Yeah, he's taking a long look at this.
Keep your boot on his neck. Keep the pressure on.
So violent, Greg.
I don't mean to be. I'm just saying that's how I was grown up playing, right? You know, they give me that analogy since I was like could barely, hold a cue stick. You know,
okay.
When you have your opponent stuck, keep them stuck.
Well,
and that's just what he did right here.
I think that was a good little shot there.
It was great. That was fabulous. Is that Hennessy from Tennessee I seen walk by?
I think so.
It was. It was. See, Lukas needs to just do just what he did. Keep him on top of that one.
Guys,
These
thanks
two
so
balls
much.
right here on the side cushions are in play.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us, guys. This is quite a match you guys are witnessing, and we're witnessing. It's kind of a pleasure to be able to bring it to you. Two great players, and they are scrapping for everything right down to the bitter end of this.
It is a fight, and I like it. I do. And Canadian Dave, hey, thanks. Canadian Dave said I should be commentating Moscone. They wouldn't know what to do with me at Moscone. I'd show them a whole new way of life.
Well,
Lukas has got a nice one-railer here. This is a good opportunity. Oh no. Yeah. He played the important part. He got the cue ball back down. He wasn't giving up that one cross side.
yeah. Yes, now it's a question how aggressive Anthony wants to be. Doesn't have a whole lot to look at. I guess he could try to bank this 4 ball. It might be a kiss, not sure. He could try to 2-rail the 6 potentially. That's a little risky, I think. Let's see what he does. I'm thinking maybe he crosses the 6 and tries to pocket it in our bottom right corner.
Well, yeah, I believe the cross corner is going to happen. The big thing is the main thing is to get the cue ball back to where it's at. You don't want to leave that cue ball right there. So, and it's natural to come back down table. Just like that. Shot corner.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my.
Unreal.
That is unbelievable right there.
Huge mistake.
You know that's why he scratched, right? He hit it flat. He didn't hit it with any spin at all. That took a natural path to the corner. If he'd have tipped that ball with just a little bit of spin, it'd have changed the trajectory of that sucker. And he just still made the ball.
I tell you one thing, though. I think Lukas is going to take a little break here, Greg. And I'll tell you, I got 2 screens up. I got the screen that everybody's seeing, and then I got the view they see, which comes in about 10 seconds later. And I rewatched that shot as it went down there, and I agree with you. He didn't really hit it with much English. But I'll tell you, there was a channel heading towards that pocket. So when it first came off this rail up by us and started heading down table, it was going to miss that pocket by at least a half inch.
Really?
Yeah. And it just went downhill into that pocket. It had a little bit of drift on it. And we have seen that. I mean, it's to be expected. You're setting up 60 tables. It's nearly impossible not to have any kind of roll off on any particular direction on the table, and it just had that little bit of roll into that corner pocket. What a shame.
It's just going to happen, 60 tables, Hey, these guys do a great job setting them up. You're going to have some that roll off, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the nature of the beast,
Yeah.
Hey, Troy Warner, thanks, broski. I remember you very well. Met Troy at the U.S. Open. Really appreciate the kind words, Troy.
Hey, Greg, so he's going to have ball in hand in the kitchen here. What's your thought process? What are you going at?
I mean, the score's at 3-2. Anthony needs 2. Lukas needs 3. I would attack the 1. I would think, wouldn't you? What if you bank the 9? What's your next shot going to be? At least if you shoot the 1, you're going to have some shot on the 9. If the cue ball comes down 1 cushion, you're going to have the 4. If you bank the 9, I think you're not going to have any kind of shots. And the cross side on the 1 is an easy enough bank to where you can shoot it, feel confident, and place in position, I would think.
Yeah, and
what do you think?
Well, like we mentioned before, when you're crossing a ball to the side pocket, that pocket's a heck of a lot bigger than, let's say, kind of banking the 9 to one of these corner pockets.
Of course.
Yeah,
it's huge compared.
So you got a little more margin for error there by crossing the 1. And then you still have the option of banking the 9 after that and then banking the 4 and getting out. That's right. So I think that's what
he
we'll
has
see.
a very nice chance to get out. Exactly. This is one of them times where you're talking. He needs to put on the gas right here. He needs to put the gas on right here and try to get out.
A Crusher gave us another update here. Filler up 8-7, so Federer's closing that gap on the Bigfoot.
Ooh, that Federer, man. What a beast he is. What a beast. 23-year-old kid. Can you imagine his accomplishments in 10 years?
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. It really is. I mean,
totally crazy, right?
Well, not just Federer, but Filler too is still relatively young. These guys are going to, for at least another decade and a half, 2 decades, these guys are going to dominate professional pool unless somebody comes out of the woodwork who's just as good, which there's a whole another breed of players coming up after them. So what I want to know is who from the United States is going to be that next Shane Van Boening, that next player that we can say is a top 5 player in the world. I think everybody has seen what Sky Woodward can do, and if he puts the time in, I think he could get there, right? He could be mentioned in the same breath as those guys, but at the same time, Sky's got a family, he's got a kid, another kid on the way, and so things change a little bit, when you have a family.
Life happens.
Yeah. And I could never fault him. I could never fault him for taking time away from the table to spend with his kids, because I have that now. I have 3 kids, and I work a job, I do a podcast, and so
sure.
I get it, but who is going to be that next one? Could it be Lukas Verner? Maybe.
Well, and I tell you this, Joey, and it goes back to what I said earlier. It all comes down to who wants it the most.
Yeah.
Straight facts. These other countries have their country behind them. Mm-hmm. We have the pool community, and that's it in general. Pool and all of the money wrapped up in pool, we just hand the same money back and forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether it's through Q-sticks or lessons or tournaments or whatever, we don't have an outside entity that's helping feed pool. It's all pool players, pool sponsors, promoters, players.
Yeah.
It's tough business. It is. Pool's tough action, man. It is.
And Lukas misses that. And watch the scratch.
Oh, no. I yelled it out of the pocket. Oh, man. Well, Anthony's got a really nice opportunity here. Nice cross-sider. I know the cue ball's up in the hole a little bit, but this guy's a player. I would say he's at least 65, 70% to make this ball.
Yeah, I was going to be in the 60s myself, thinking about it.
Somewhere around in there, safe assumption. We'll see. We're going to see. Oh, he's having trouble getting comfortable. And pockets will do that to you. Cue ball gets in the pocket. It's tough to get situated.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
you notice that ball went long, right? I don't think he hit that ball. I think if he'd hit that ball in the same spot he did, but with a little more speed,
yep,
he'd have made that ball. He let it go long. He did. But man, he's in the pocket. It's a tough shot in the pocket like that. Lukas has got him a nice one. Got him a free one.
Chase LaFernie gives us an update. It's 8-8 now in the Filler Gorse match.
Oh, better turn it on. Look at turning that on.
Wow.
That shot. See, I'm just going to pot the 6 and just kill her right there. Make him break that cluster up. There you go. Yeah, that's it. Turn the aggression level down about a half a tip.
I'm trying to get the AccuStats up for now so I can keep an eye on that match, give you guys any updates.
Updates are good.
I think if I streamed any part of it, they'd kick me off the syndicate, so I can't do that.
Don't do it.
Maybe I bring it up in a little corner of the screen here if it's Hill. What do you think?
It's not getting trouble. So, let's see, we got some new Well, we got lots of folks in the chat. Hey, very cool. Scott Elliott, Billy Langford, Chris Keith, Dosito, Danny Bananas. Hi, Danny. I like your name. Jason Foster. How y'all doing? We appreciate you watching this match and listening to Joey and I. I'm having a blast, in case you can't tell. Yeah, that's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. I want to know, where is Molina at? Have you heard anything from Molina?
He's running all around the venue there, Greg. If you look at Windows Open right now and you want to get down, like I was checking a minute ago to see the number of viewers we have on this, you have to scroll through like 10 or 12 things he's posted since we started streaming right here.
Right? That's good. That's good. He might think you're crazy having me on here. He might think, Joey Ryan, what are you doing?
No.
What are you doing having that nutbag on there? Huh?
No, he really loved having you on the show when we did the interview, Greg.
Well, I really loved it. I wish I had fell flat on my face afterwards, but that's okay. Hey, just 2024 is going to be a good year, man. I feel it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. He didn't. It's going to be a good year. It is. Regardless of Moscone or whatever, it's going to be a good year.
All right, so I don't see him going offensive here, Greg. If he had a way that he could bank the 9 and go high on the cue ball and roll around that corner pocket and come back up table, he might try it, but I don't see that being possible here. It looks like he'll scratch if he tries that, so I don't really like anything offensive here.
I'd overcut the 9 towards that pocket, and when I say over, I don't want to make it. You don't want to make it because it's going to spot up and maybe give him a bank. If you overcut it and maybe bank it to the end cushion and have it back over there into the pile between the 1 and the 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He undercut it.
He undercut it, and he give up a bank. If you overcut it and force it to that cushion and back into those balls, you're probably not going to give up this shot. Oh, I play good right here. Did I tell you that?
Never missed a ball.
Never make a mistake from the chair. That's right.
I know a lot of you guys join the chat. You hear this familiar voice. If you're not familiar with it, it's Greg Hogue from Red Door Den Training Center out of Oklahoma.
Red Door Den Training Center. That's right. I appreciate everybody that looks at my channel, that follows us on Facebook, Red Door Den Group. We got. I looked today. We got 2,700 members at the Red Door Den Group. We're growing. We're growing a little bit.
That's awesome, Greg.
So takes a while to grow one of those groups up. So
looky here where this ball ended up, Greg. Is this a kiss?
I mean, I think yes, right there. That's exactly right. One rail this ball back.
I think he can avoid the kiss going that way. I don't think he'd be able to avoid the kiss going the other way. Coming to this.
Yeah, I don't think he don't want to cross. He don't want to cross corner it. Yeah. He wants to go long rail with it.
Keep the cue ball far away from those other two.
Right. You just hit this with a high ball and you'll escape the kiss right here. Yeah, it's like that.
Beautiful.
And look at how great he hit it. Hey, is it just me or that ball try to roll out a little bit?
That's what I'm saying, Greg. That's the same way Anthony's rolled when it was headed to scratch down the other corner.
Come on. You was right on the mark. Man, it did. It tried to roll out.
Mm-hmm.
It caught that far side of the pocket. So, does this 4 bang? Is Lukas on the hill?
He is. This is for the match.
Holy moly. Well, man.
Looks like he's playing the 1, Greg.
It does look like he's playing the 1. It does.
Did he call a 4-railer? Oh no, 4 or 4 rails.
Well, we were both wrong.
Oh boy.
Oh my! And
for the match. For the match. Wow. 4-railer.
For the match.
Unbelievable! It was so good they shut the feed off on us. I don't know what happened.
goodness.
Oh, man.
Wow.
What a shot that was.
What a way to end the match.
That was crazy, Greg.
I'm totally in shock.
Well, hey, look.
Wow.
I got to tell you, Greg, that was a lot of fun. I appreciate you joining me.
It was great, man.
Yeah.
It was really great. I had such a good time, Joey.
That's awesome.
If I cut you off when I was talking, I'm sorry. I get excited, and I don't mean to.
No, man. Everybody loved it. And I tell you what, we're going to take a little break, and we'll come back in a bit. And if you're available later, I'll hit you up, Greg.
Yeah, just hit me up, and I would love to. I would love to.
Awesome. Guys, thanks so much for joining. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube, check it out. It's @Dogging It. Obviously, we're at Windows Open on Facebook. Make sure you're liking and sharing and following all that stuff. Keep your notifications on. Thanks to our sponsors down the bottom there. You see them all listed. They're the ones that help Meglino get out to the event, as well as Premier Billiards, who's our title sponsor. And then all those other sponsors that are flashing up there are sponsoring this stream for us. So, guys, thanks so much. We will be back shortly.
Can I say a couple things real quick, Joey?
Yes, sir.
Hey, guys, I really appreciate you listening to Joey and I talk on here, and me being goofy like I always am. If you get a chance, will you go check out the Red Door Den group on Facebook? Plus, we're at Red Door Den on YouTube. And if anybody is looking for quality instruction, we do a great boot camp. It's full service. All you got to do is show up with your cue stick. We house you, feed you, and train you all on site. I promise you're going to have a good time, and we'll get some quality training along the way. So I appreciate Joey and Meglino Mike and the Dogging It guys for having me on here. I've been so stoked to do this. It's been a great, great time. So appreciate it.
Awesome.
Really do.
See you guys. Thanks.